Blair is a 30-year-old YouTuber who goes by the name iilluminaughtii, and she is currently being referred to as Creepshow Art 2.0. And just like Shannon, Blair has that tone of voice that screams, "Only I'm right, everyone else is wrong." Recently, two YouTubers from the now inoperative Sad Milk YouTube channel have been entangled in a battle of accusations against each other, alleging misinformation and even sexual misconduct. iilluminaughtii, who goes by Blair, is a YouTuber known for providing commentary on MLMs and internet controversies, and she's recently taken the internet by storm after some of her ex-friends and colleagues have made videos against her. But let's take this back to where this drama first started. On April 20, iilluminaughtii made a series of tweets accusing the YouTuber Legal Eagle, who's an American lawyer, of imitating her editing style. Now, I don't know when we started to gatekeep editing styles, but I'll leave that up to how this whole situation unfolded. In her now deleted tweets, Blair claimed that Legal Eagle's editing team had contacted her about her editing techniques, but when she didn't respond, she felt like they copied her instead. She even put a side-by-side comparing the editing techniques that she pretty much thought they were copying off of her. In response, Legal Eagle clarified that both channels used common editing techniques and that this wasn't something really new in the YouTuber space. The fact that it seemed like she thought she owned this editing style was just really throwing people off. This is where Legal Eagle responds, and he said, "Hey, at iilluminaughtii, I think this is a big misunderstanding. Perhaps great minds think alike. No one on my team is trying to copy you. Without an exhaustive review of your channel, I believe we used those two styles before your channel did. We've used them for 3 to 4 years." He also said this about his editor, saying, "I didn't know that Danny reached out to you, but I don't fault him for doing so. If anything, I think everyone on the platform should be more open and sharing." He also mentioned that his editor was seeking out for her help with a plugin, rather than intentionally trying to imitate a specific style from Blair's channel. After Blair got tons of backlash on social media over this, saying that it seemed like she was just trying to gatekeep a common editing style, Blair apologized the next day. Her Twitter apology goes, "To Legal Eagle, although I have apologized privately, I would like to do so now publicly. I am sorry for making editing style claims that were inaccurate. I jumped the gun and should have messaged you privately to hash things out. I am sorry." But it was too late at that point. And unbeknownst to Blair, this would lead to the downfall of her channel. Legal Eagle's thread gained attention in the following days, leading some of Blair's former colleagues to share accusations against her as well as their horrible experiences with her. They made full-on videos speaking out against her, and people are just shocked. And this is why Blair has been losing tons of subscribers. If you take a look over on her social blade, it's reported that she's since lost over 130,000 subscribers in just these last 30 days. A few days later, Mark, also known as The Click, took to Twitter to address allegations he had previously been a member of Sad Milk, which was a group of YouTubers primarily led by Blair who were running a collaborative YouTube channel and unfortunately ended up having to part ways around 2 years ago. In his lengthy Twitter thread, Mark revealed that he left the group due to Blair's unprofessional behavior and what he described as her poor anger management. He confessed that he, along with half of the group, departed Sad Milk after a final meeting where Blair supposedly berated him, accusing him of being a bad friend and lazy. After leaving Sad Milk, Mark alleged that Blair spread false information about him in an attempt to turn their mutual friends and community against him. She even went as far as digging up old videos from Mark's teenage years where he used offensive language and slurs. Mark acknowledged that he had apologized for those videos and aimed to be transparent about his past, acknowledging that they were inappropriate. However, he asserted that Blair continued to bring up the videos to mislead people into believing that he was expelled from Sad Milk due to inappropriate behavior rather than leaving on his own accord. So a lot of people think that iilluminaughtii is just trying to paint out this narrative that just isn't aligning with what all the other colleagues are having to say. Mark even claimed that she intimidated him and other former members of Sad Milk, pressuring them to remain silent about the mistreatment they had experienced. After a few days, Blair released a response video to address the allegations leveled against her. In this video, she specifically addressed comments made by another YouTuber at first, who accused her of plagiarizing a documentary in one of her earlier videos. Blair defended herself, and this is when people began to refer to her as Creepshow Art, and saying that her response was just giving Creepshow Art vibes. She explained that it was more of a case of inadequately citing the source rather than intentionally plagiarizing. Blair then goes on to delve into the main subject of the video, addressing the accusations made by Mark in his video. Blair provided an explanation about the origins of Sad Milk, which initially began as a fun project. She said that the group's main focus was to comment on various content over on Reddit. She explained that as a result of her heavy workload when it came to taking part in the channel and being the one that had more administrative role rather than the other colleagues, that she quickly became overwhelmed and frustrated with her fellow content creators for not contributing their fair share. During a meeting that they had with the rest of Sad Milk, Blair claims that she expressed her desire to not discuss a specific topic because she felt uncomfortable. She says that she reluctantly joined the call, and she ultimately admitted to letting her emotions take over her in that meeting, which ended up having Mark leave the call. After apologizing for her outburst that she had on Mark during the meeting, Blair proceeded to make counter accusations against him. Subsequently, in Mark's response video, he made a serious accusation against Blair, claiming that she orchestrated a smear campaign to tarnish his reputation after he departed from Sad Milk. According to Mark, Blair spread numerous rumors about him and utilized multiple accounts to manipulate public opinion against him. He came through with screenshots of Blair frequently bringing up past incidents where he had used inappropriate language, as well as encouraging former acquaintances to create content that portrayed him negatively. Mark alleged that Blair was actively fueling others' negative sentiments about him in a private Discord channel, even going as far as to pay staff members up to $200 to carefully search through his old content with the intention to finding material that could be used to tarnish his image. Yeah. Another former friend also came out to speak against Blair, and I'll leave both of their videos down below for you guys because the context is very important. But I do have to say that amid all these videos and this whole situation airing out, all these videos being made against iilluminaughtii, that she is now at around 1.5 million subscribers, and people are definitely noticing it over on Twitter, how fast she's losing subscribers. And again, that's why a lot of people are referring to this situation as creepshow art, because we all know how many subscribers she lost. Her last video was also at around 80,000 views in just 24 hours, which isn't really a lot considering not too long ago she was pulling in much bigger numbers. So we can tell that this drama and situation has definitely impacted her channel, and her reputation is not the best right now. Anyways guys, this has been what's been going on with iilluminaughtii and the downfall of her channel since everything has come out about her. I definitely want to know what you guys think about the whole situation in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.